be doing alternate future of Europe. Mapping might get me famous. The first thing I'm going to do is I am going to start with the Russia-Ukrainian war. This, is already kind of part of Russia, and this part is kind of also already. But I will color. Nope. Like it's like neighboring country, oop. Neighboring country, oop. Neighboring country. I'm just gonna color Never mind. So for this, Russia has already acquired this piece of land. If it's red, it's part of Russia, or Russia invaded it. I'm not so much of a political person, okay? But still, I like mapping, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Yeah, Ukraine really can't, yeah. They eventually just completely do this. And if it's red, and now move all of it, then we create a new border. There. Erase this border, and now we redraw a new border. There. That's what Russia has gained. So now, something that happens here. Serbia. Okay. Now Switzerland. There you go. I'm kidding. Also, whip Serbia. Actually, okay. Next thing that happens is in Georgia. Russia invades. Red is Russia, blue is Georgia. So Georgia would have troops all here, and Russia would have troops also in the area. The purple area is where they both have troops, which would be basically in the border. Also, they would both have troops down here protecting this area. Also, over where Georgia has troops would also be set. Also, the whole entire border would be lined out with troops. But the rest of this area would be red. It would be because, well, Russia has their troops here, but their troops are now getting completely pushed. I could make this on a 7 layer. Plus. New layer. Oop. Sorry. Okay, so Georgia will be colored in blue for this. And I'm not going to color Russia red. So I'm just going to go ahead and color this part of Russia. This is where all of their military is. Oop. Can't go into Kazakhstan. Yeah, they have basically all of that. So right now, they would push in on these areas, while on the other side, there would be a little push in on Georgia's side. Eventually, Russia would go back in and would get all of this crushed. Eventually, putting Georgia into an encirclement and annexing them. So now let's look at a peace treaty. So this whole entire part of Georgia will now be put onto being Russia. Okay. Next thing that happens is Poland and Lithuania form a Commonwealth. Actually, they don't form it. It's a war. So the attacker is going to be Poland. Let's color Poland in red. So we know Poland is an invaded country. Oh, yeah. I'm just going to recolor Serbia in and very smallly. Yeah, let's just leave Serbia an ocean. There! Serbia has been regenerated. Now with this blue is Lithuania. This is bad because now Lithuania is kind of pushing Poland. Well, Poland is sending their navy up into Lithuania. Also, they're sending Air Force into this area, which weakens the military, making it able to be pushed back. Now, Lithuania would get some progress in the naval landing with Polish troops heading back into Poland. It would eventually be all of the troops would be captured. Then it would kind of be back and forth for a while until Poland would launch another naval invasion, capturing this area, and then more Air Force attacks here. Those Air Force attacks would also drop bombs into this section of Lithuania, causing... And if there was an atomic bomb dropped on that area, it would be brown. So yeah. Well, not atomic bomb. Just bombs in general. And also Lithuania also put some bombs onto Poland, but they were very small gaps in between areas. So this would be the map. Eventually all the bombs would fade away and it would be back to fighting. Belarus would eventually join on the blue side to help Lithuania. Belarus would then join, causing a little pushback in Poland. Eventually getting into Polish land, but also while all forces were up here, bombs were actually dropped on Belarus's center, causing, since everyone had to save people from the bombs and the fires that were caused by the bombs, Polish troops would get pushed back in Lithuania, being that they're more distracted trying to get into Belarus. It'd then be they would meet the what was that? The border of Belarus, causing Lithuania to also have been closed. They now barely are in, but eventually pushback happens and Poland is pushed back. Eventually, Czechia, who you wouldn't expect would actually join on the side of the others, which would cause Poland to be in a war. They'd eventually book out of the war, with Latvia finally joining up with Poland. After multiple alliance requests, eventually causing forces, Lithuanian troops pushing down into Belarus, eventually capturing all of Lithuania. Will then be a slow war until Belarus surrendered over to Ukraine. Now, hiding this would be the new border. With Lithuania completely dead. That would cause Poland to get a Commonwealth. And Latvia would eventually join the Commonwealth, but still be another player. Now, the Cyan Alliance. The Triangle Alliance would be formed. I've never actually done mapping. Hey guys, I lost the original video, so I'll tell you this. Serbia has came back, Romania invaded Moldova and Ukraine. Ukraine joined Triangle Alliance. Germany annexed Denmark. And Benelux formed. Catalonia got independence and Portugal got all of this land. So yeah, that's what happened last. The next thing that happens is Germany. Nothing happening with Deutschland. Deutschland just gets that. I'm joking. A Nordic Union forms. Nordic Union is obviously against non-peaceful organizations who hate Nordics. So they are obviously now formed. Not even having Denmark, but they do have Iceland. Then there's now a border put between Russia and the Nordic Union, which after a land invasion, which I'm going to show you. So first, the attacking country is Russia. So let's color Russia in red. That's not good mapping skills, I know, but yeah, that's Russia. And then the blue is the Nordic Union. Yes, Nordic Union has that area of Russia. So what happens is the Nordic Union completely went psych, no war happens, and these two countries actually are kind of in an alliance. Next, we have something happening over in Turkey. Turkey will Turkey go against Greece. So Greece will be colored in blue. The attacking country is colored in red, and the defending country is colored in blue. And then Turkey is colored red. Oop! Let's just say that's what Turkey looks like. I'm just gonna color so the first thing that happens is a land invasion goes on, which goes well until Greece gets their hands on Istanbul, which encircles a bunch of Turkish soldiers. Eventually, these Turkish soldiers fall. It's a strong naval invasion from the south, hitting Turkey with all of this. Then, getting access to this coastline, the Greek forces head into this part of Turkey. This part of Turkey will eventually turn into this. Next, a land invasion goes on, and a group of Greek soldiers who were captured will be forced as slaves to make gun equipment in this part of Turkey. But Greece does not want their military suffering. So they send troops to link back up with the area, and then the area gets removed. But Turkey, who has way more power than Greece, shocks in on multiple places, causing, as you could see earlier in the video, where places were brown, that means they've been either nuked or bombed. And those are the places. Also, kind of down at the coast, if something is purple, that means it's disputed territory. So like this whole entire part, and this whole entire part is this, and then all of this area is disputed. Except these small parts of the areas, which actually is either Turkish or Greek. But the Greek eventually push out all the Turkish in this area to link back up with this small portion of Turkish soldiers. Which eventually gets annexed. Eventually, all of the purple lands go to Greece. And it's now Greece versus no money. Turkey. Turkey lost all their money. Eventually, small portions of Turkish coastline are kept Turkic, while the other parts are Greek. But there is a small sliver of land up here that is still a part of Turkey, and boom, this part is now where the capital is. Now let's look at a peace treaty. Okay, so this is what happens. Turkey does not lose a lot of land because this would be actually what it looks like. A bunch of Turkish soldiers would be beyond this line, thinking this was still Turkish territory, even though they could clearly see in the distance there was Greek soldiers, and they thought that was where the border was. Then they got shot at, and then they realized this is why a bunch of Greek soldiers were right on this line. That's still technically in this area, but it's not quite in Greece or Turkey. Next thing that happens is Czechoslovakia unites. Doesn't even go to war. They just unite. Except they do go to war with Ukraine to get this small little piece of land. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you all have great days. Bye. See ya.